Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital and welcome to your morning update on XRP. We're going to do a full update. There's quite a lot we need to talk about regarding XRP. We got a beautiful move up, as you can see. We have some imbalances left, or at least we left some imbalances to the downside with that move. But overall, look, imbalances being left doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. And there's also one here a little bit lower that's already filled. So this is invalid. We have one big imbalance right here. However, the momentum that we had was actually very high for XRP, which is great to see. There's been some rumors about, not sure what that's doing, but there's some rumors about BlackRock filing for an XRP ETF, which would be great, because if they do that, it's almost certain that XRP is going to get that ETF, which in general is already very certain for 2025. But still, that would add to some legitimacy, and that would also add some demand. Not sure what was going on with the chart right there, but let's just head on back to XRP. And then outside of that, yesterday we also had some news about Ripple acquiring a stablecoin payment provider, so that's great. And that's in general, I mean, but before we talk about the technicals, which by the way, I'm very happy to say that we expected this move, right? I mean, if you watched my videos yesterday morning, did I expect this much momentum? I would say no, but we did talk about 3.25, 3.26. We spoke about this fair value gap right here earlier. I did not expect that to get filled, but now it's filled. That's great. So in general, in the last videos, I was bullish on XRP. I told you I think it's most likely we're going to go up. I did not expect this aggressiveness, right? So was I right? Was I wrong? I'll leave that up to you. But I do think that at least the direction and also most of the move was predicted right. So I'm always happy about that. I mean, I'm certainly not always right. I would never pretend that. I would never claim that. But I try to be right most of the times. So that works towards that goal. But yeah, so we had good momentum yesterday. We had that good news. Not only about Ripple acquiring that stablecoin payment provider or platform, whatever, but also just in general about crypto being added to 401ks, which I've always said, I mean, XRP and Ripple has one of the best and one of the biggest followings in the United States. 401ks are obviously in the United States, so again, that's specifically also more bullish for XRP. We had to wait a little bit for the momentum for equities to also bounce, but then we got it. And now you can see, like, this is the highest momentum we've had since the 23rd of July, when the momentum was the other way, was bearish. For August, this is very high. All right, so what I always said in my last videos is that, you know, I think we can fill those imbalances, but I don't think we can break out. Now I do think we can break out. I think, though, what I do think you need to know about is that if you take a look at the total 3, for example, so this is an altcoin index. If you take a look at XRP specifically, we're at a major resistance level now. So I think it's fair to say, and I think it's quite likely, especially on the Friday, which is a bit of a de-risking day normally. I think it's quite likely we're going to fill some of that imbalance, but then whether we're going to be able to break out or not, which I think is a realistic option now, and I think we need to acknowledge that, given the technicals, given the momentum, etc. But what I need to see is a strong reaction to the top of that imbalance. All right, if XRP would actually break out, it would find support at the top of that imbalance. All right, so that's this level right here between 3.26 and 3.2. I think we're going to drop down into that. If we can get a strong reaction there, so a high volume, hopefully a spike there, I think we can rally up to our previous highs right there, 3.55, 3.6, and I think we even have a chance to break out above that. But I'll keep you updated on that. And if we get a weak reaction there, so if we have a low volume bounce or if we don't have a spike, I still think this is all great news, and I still think that later on that's going to be great, but then I think it's a little bit more likely that we'll fall down lower to the 30-day rolling VWAP and that we will remain stable. All right, so in summary, what I expect is that we're going to retrace at least to 3.25, 3.2. I think we're going to find support there. Depending on the support there, we're either going to get a continuation or we're going to get a deeper pullback and stability. All right, stability around 3.1, 3.15. But I'll keep you updated on this as well in my middle of the day market updates. So keep your eyes out for that one. But for now, I think that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.